everybody. Yes, it's getting to be that time. Upcoming Vietnam trip. It's going to be Hanoi, Sapa, and Fansipan. So those are the places that we're going. Hey everybody, Steve here, the retired hobby tech guy. American expat in Korea, going to Vietnam here this next week. Matter of fact, it's Monday. Right now it is Saturday. So we have the rest of today, Sunday, and then wake up at like 3:30 in the morning, and then we do our little jaunt to the airport, and we'll be getting on a plane, and about 4 or 5 hours later we will be in Vietnam, which is going to be an interesting little trip. Never been to Vietnam before. Heard they have a lot of great coffee. They even have that civic coffee where some type of animal, marsupial animal, eats the coffee beans, doesn't digest them, craps them out, and apparently it's supposed to be really good coffee. I don't think I'm going to be doing that. I don't know. Maybe it's just me of picking the beans out of the poo of some animal. That just doesn't, I have no interest in that whatsoever. Is that Vietnam or is that in the Philippines? I think they do it in the Philippines as well. I don't know if they have civets there in Vietnam. Matter of fact, that I think about it, I'm not 100% sure. If you know, put it in the comments section down below. So yeah, that's what we're going to end up doing. This isn't normally my stream time. So like I said, it is like 2:20 in the afternoon here in Korea, which is, I'm not sure what time it is in the United States, but it's not my normal time. So with that, I just wanted to go over, just finish packing stuff up. We're going to be traveling light, again, our trip to Vietnam, and kind of go over our itinerary to let you know what's going on. So if you send me an email or something like that, I might not respond back as quickly as I used to. Okay, because usually when people send me an email, I always answer within 1 or 2 days. Well, we're going to be gone for a little bit, going to be gone for a minute. So if I don't answer immediately, that's the reason why. We're going to be on vacation. We're still going to be doing updates, so we'll see. We've got eSIMs and all that stuff for the phone, so we should have unlimited service. Keep the fingers crossed. I mean, it is Vietnam. We'll see how well that goes, and we will do some live stream and check things out. But with that, I wanted to kind of go over our little itinerary of what we're going to be doing in Vietnam. So with that, your job is to press the like button. My job is to press this button here to go to the next screen, and boom, we should be done. So thank you for liking and subscribing to the channel. I would appreciate that. And here is where we are at. We are in South Korea. And matter of fact, if we just we can kind of like go down here, and there we are. So no, that's a dental clinic or whatever. There's Camp Humphreys, the Post Exchange, which is the largest U.S. military base overseas in the world. So we've got that right there. Yeah, that is a huge place. Airstrip, the whole 9 yards. And you can even, if I can see it, that's UN headquarters. So I live somewhere around in this area here. Somewhere around in there is where we live. So what we're going to end up doing, Smoketown is actually a restaurant there. It's a barbecue place. It's okay. There are better places to go. And with that, matter of fact, it is right next to here. The Cozy Salon, and it's called GJ's or UJ's, and they don't have it on here, unfortunately. They have some really good barbecue. That's probably it's better than Smoketown. So with that being said, but anyway, I digress. So what we're going to end up doing is going from Korea, and we're going to go up here, and then we're going to go to Incheon to the international airport, which is kind of out in this direction here, and we will be flying out and going across the seas to Where? Over here to Vietnam. So Vietnam's going to be really interesting. Like I said, we have never been there before, so that is going to be kind of interesting. Again, it's like a 4 or 5 hour trip. Shouldn't be too bad. Matter of fact, our trip is going to be on Monday. We're going to fly out about 9 o'clock in the morning, so we got to get up, be there 3 hours beforehand, get there an hour before that because you're going to have morning traffic. So that's another hour and probably about another hour and a half. We'll get there a little bit early. Better be early than late. So yeah, we'll have some time to get some breakfast there, and we'll show you some footage of the Incheon International Airport and Terminal 2 and all that stuff, and kind of do a little live stream there. We'll also be doing like 30 second or 60-second clips on the phone in linear fashion of getting to the airport, getting into the gate, onto the plane, a little bit of the flying, what do they have for the meal on the plane, and then debarking once we get to Vietnam. And when we get to Vietnam, we're going to end up going to Hanoi, which is going to be the next place that we're going to be going. So yeah, there it is. Vietnam, usually what you end up seeing is kind of this right here, Ho Chi Minh City, Nha Trang, Dalat, but we're going to go up here to Hanoi because that's kind of close of where we want to go. And Hanoi is going to be an interesting little place that we're going to go to. The temperature there is going to be crazy. It's going to be in the 90s. It's going to be hot, humid. It's not going to be fun at all. It's going to be like what it was here in Korea like a month ago, which was horrible. And yeah, so the whole thing is whatever you're going to do in Hanoi, do it in the morning or late at night when the weather's actually bearable. So yeah, we'll be playing around here and checking some things out. I'm not sure exactly where we're going. We're going somewhere in Hanoi. But we're going to end up spending 2 nights there, and then we're going to go to the next place. We're going to get on a train, a sleeping train that's going to go from Hanoi to Sapa. And Sapa is going to be a little interesting little trip that we got there. It's a town, as we see over here, Son of Mountains of Northwest Vietnam, a popular trekking base. It overlooks the terraced rice fields of the Myung Ho Valley, which is near the 1,343 meter tall Fansipan peak, which is climbable. Yeah, we're not doing that. We're going to be taking cable cars and things where I don't have to walk as much. But yeah, this is where we're going to go, is going to be Sapa. And that's going to be, the train trip is going to be like overnight. It's like an 8 or a 9 hour train trip. Now you can also take a bus, and then they have you can lay down in the bus. They have like sleeping compartments on the buses. I'm not too hot on buses because I've seen some of them, and it's like, yeah, last thing I want to do is get in a bus accident. I'd rather do the train. I'm more of an old-fashioned train type of person. So we will take like an 8 or a 9 hour train trip to Sapa, and that is going to be pretty interesting because once we get there, like, where is this place at? Sapa. Oh, there it is. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting little place here. But here in Sapa, oh wow, it is got some mountain views that are just incredible, like you can see here. Down below in Sapa, the city, it is kind of like, there's a lot of French influence there. It's just pretty incredible on what you can end up seeing. So yeah, we're going to spend a couple of nights there. Again, I don't know if we're going to go there, but we're going to definitely stay around the town. We might end up going there. But yeah, just look at the mountain views on there. That's Fansipan, I think it is. But even down in the city itself in Sapa, it is going to be really, really interesting there. So we're going to spend, we're going to do like 2 nights in Hanoi, and then we get on the train late at night, and we'll get off there early in the morning, and then we'll be there for 6 days, 5 or 6 days, and then we will come back to, we'll do the train again to go back to Hanoi, which is another 9 hour trip, and then we'll do another day or two, and then we fly back home on the 25th. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting little trip that we got going on. Like I said, never been to Vietnam, Sapa Station. Again, that's going to be a 9 hour trip, but we've watched so many videos of Sapa, and the area is just beautiful, just incredible. So really looking forward to that. That's up on Fansipan, which is let's see, 3,143 meters, which comes out to around, I think it's over 10,000 feet high. So yeah, that is going to be a thing. Now, whether it's going to be cloudy or sunny, I don't know. That's kind of the thing. It's kind of the luck of the draw. But there's the city down in Sapa. It has a lake, so we're going to be around there. We're going to get some good food, get some good pho, have some great coffee, supposedly. We'll definitely check that out. And yeah, it looks like it's going to be a real interesting trip. So yeah, just so many pictures, and just kind of interesting. We'll see how this pans out at Fansipan, how it pans out in Fansipan. So yeah, that is going to be our trip. And then when we get up to Fansipan, there it is. Yeah, look at that. That is pretty amazing. Now, to get up there, the cable car that you have to get up there is, I think, the world's longest cable car, and it's like 6 kilometers. It takes about 20 minutes to get to where you need to go, and then even then, you do the cable car, you get off, and then you get on this little train track thing, train that goes up, and then you get off, and you have to get on another little small trolley train thing, and to get up to the peak, because I'm definitely not going to be hiking that. Unfortunately, you can't go up on that tower, but you can see the tower. And again, if it's sunny out there, the views are just incredible from what we've been seeing. Yeah, and the cable cars are just crazy. So they got the big Buddha dude up there. There it is, Fansipan, 3,143 meters. Again, that's over 10,000 feet high. So yeah, it might get a little bit of high altitude sickness. Maybe the wife might not feel so good, but this is going to be a pretty interesting trip. So yeah, we're really kind of looking forward to this. And again, you can kind of see that is just amazing. I mean, it reminds me a little bit of Oahu in the mountain ranges and all the stuff that we see there, but it's definitely a lot higher. And yeah, a lot of steps to get up to the Buddha. Buddha dude is going to be interesting. So yeah, but just hopefully it's not overcast and cloudy. So we're going to have a couple of days there. We'll see what happens, and hopefully everything will be, ooh, look at that. That is amazing. I don't know if I can bring my drone. I'm not sure. I'd have to look into that, but I think I can't remember if you could bring your drone or not. Obviously you can, but I'm not sure what the price is to do that. So yeah, just pretty amazing scenery. All of that is going to be really cool. But again, we're going to go back down here to Sapa, and we're going to kind of enjoy the city life for a little bit, and especially that. I mean, that just reminds you of the Alps in Europe and so on and so forth. And there's a lot of French influence. Of course, the French had Vietnam for some time, and so that's why you'll see some of that influence in the architecture and so on and so forth. So yeah, it's going to be a really interesting trip. Really going to be looking forward to that. And again, going to be some good stuff. And then we're going to go back to Hanoi. Let's see what we'll see that church there. We'll see where we're going to go, because we got a few days. I'm not sure exactly. We're kind of leaving the schedule open. But yeah, I definitely think we're going to see that church. And Yeah, some of this stuff, it's just kind of like, oh, okay, fountain, whatever, big building, some stuff. But yeah, it'll be an interesting little trip for us to play around and to go to Vietnam and check everything else out there. And yeah, I mean, this will be the first trip to Vietnam, so that'll be really, really interesting. So yeah, a lot of different. That's all the pictures they got. Wow. Okay. Well, now we got some more pictures. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. It's going to be an interesting little trip that we go to, but that is what we have planned for this Monday. So considering that it's Saturday, we got the rest of tonight because it's 2:30 in the afternoon here in Korea, and then like I said, we've got Sunday, and then when we wake up, we got to wake up at like 3 or 3:30, and boom, take our little bag and jet, and 4 or 5 hours later, we should be good to go after we get on the plane in Korea at Incheon Airport and start our adventure. So yeah, it'll be an interesting trip, and to see all of those things, that'll be interesting. But the other interesting thing will be to see how I fit on the plane for that 4 hour trip, because on economy class, now we did get kind of like the first seats where you got a little bit more leg room. The wife ended up getting those seats, so that was awesome to give me a little bit more leg room. With the wife, she gets economy, and it's like a big seat for her. She's 5'3", $110. I'm 6'2" and 260. So it's there's like before and after, and it's like small, big. Yeah, it can be pretty interesting at times when I travel. So generally, yeah, if I travel for long flights, I'll definitely try to upgrade, because economy seats are just my knees hit the seat in front of me, and again, being a little bit of a wide guy, yeah, it just makes traveling quite interesting. So we try to upgrade as much as possible. Can't get the first class. We're not that rich, that's for sure. We're not rich. But yeah, that's what we got going on. The upcoming trip to Vietnam, which is right around the corner. So we'll be keeping people filled in. So if you've come and seen some of the videos of doing 3D printing, miniature painting, doing the helmets and stuff like that, that's going to be put on hold until we get back on 25th. Yeah, we're going to be back on the 25th. So by that time, the good thing is by the time we get back from Vietnam, it'll be super nice fall weather here in Korea. So no more sweating to the oldies here in Korea. The heat and humidity, the temperature has been getting lower. The humidity has been going down a little bit, although it still peaks in the 70s and 80s and stuff like that. It'll definitely get nicer. So I love fall here in Korea. I love the winter, even though it's like dead cold, but we're retired, so it's no big deal. We have underground parking. Doesn't really, the cold doesn't bother me as much as the heat and humidity. So the wife, she kind of does better with that. I do better in the cold. So yeah, we're like the opposites attract type of thing. So, but that's what we got going on. Fun stuff is going to be had here. We'll see. And we'll do some updates. We'll do some live stream, hopefully, depending on the eSIM and how that works out. Supposedly we have unlimited service. So we will definitely be taking pictures and video and little, 60-second, 30 to 60-second video clips. And then when I get back, we'll do the Final Cut Pro, and we'll put everything together into a video to kind of highlight our trip to Vietnam and all those places. Also taking an action camera, so we'll see what we can do with that. I don't know. It'll just be an interesting little trip. So we'll probably do some videos on places that we eat and kind of get some reaction and show you some Vietnamese food. My wife loves pho food, and me not so much, so I better learn how to eat pho. But since we're going to Vietnam, we're going to definitely check that out. And as long as they have beef and chicken, and I think I can survive. Again, like I'm a big boy. I need some food. So we're going to be taking some protein bars with me to kind of try to keep the protein up, and we'll see because yeah, I'm 260 pounds right now, and it'll be interesting to see what my weight is after all of this. So yeah, the upcoming Vietnam trip, Hanoi, Sapa, Fansipan, is going to be interesting, and just to let everybody know what's going on. So I'll probably do another video working on a little helmet next, or still working on another helmet for the Doom Eternal Slayer. We're doing a miniature helmet, and I got to show you this other helmet, because this other helmet is so cool. You will dig this helmet. This helmet is the bomb. So here it is. Look at this. Look at this. Let's see if we can. Boom. There it is. Yeah, we can either do. I mean, is that hot or what? And then we can do the green eyes. Yeah. So we ended up painting this baby up, and it turned out really, really, really good. I am really happy with this. So either it's going to be the red or the green. Hell, we could even do blue, and even the blue comes out. That's kind of a cool looking helmet that we got there. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Red's kind of cool. Green's all right as well. So yeah, we had fun with this one here. And then we're doing the Doom Eternal Slayer. Not as cool as this one. Definitely not as cool as this, because it's Warhammer Chaplain helmet. You know, you can't beat that. But I will be printing out a full-size version of this, and because this came out so well in the miniature version, yeah, we're definitely going to be printing and painting a large version. So that will be awesome in itself right there. So yeah, it's going to be a while before we get back, but towards the end of the month, that should be good. And really looking forward to checking out Vietnam. Again, Hanoi, Sapa, Fansipan, in that super high mountain, over 10,000 feet high. That is going to be interesting. And eat a lot of Vietnamese food, a lot of coffee, and we're going to keep everybody informed by doing that. So if you send me an email, and this is what I'm talking about here, is this email. And let me just see, boom, can I do... Yeah, I think we can end up doing this. There is the email address. So if you want to email me. But if it's during this time, Monday through, which is what, the 15th, 17th, 15th through the 25th, I might not answer you back because we'll be on vacation. But after that, I should be able to catch up on emails. So if you just want to say hi, or ask about the trip, or 3D printing, or miniature painting, whatever it is, the hobby stuff, shoot me an email and do that. These are people that have bought me coffee. If you want to do that, that's absolutely cool. I have much respect for them. But the best thing that you could end up doing is liking, subscribing to the channel. That would be the best thing that you could do for me. So with that said, we're going to close out this video. Stay tuned for more stuff. And especially on Monday, we're going to be hitting the airport from Incheon, Korea, and we're going to be going to Vietnam and starting that adventure until the 25th. So stay tuned for some live streams on that. We won't be in the comfort of our home, but we'll be coming to you live from Korea, if all things work out. Keep the fingers crossed. So with that, we're going to close out this video, and we will see you on the next video. Peace. That is going to be an interesting